Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at a vintage scrapbook or photo album. It's a snapshots. I guess it's more of a photo album than it really is um, anything else. And these photos are from a family in New York. They were living in probably, I don't know anything about New York exactly, but they're living in a fancier part of the city. Um, and the 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 wife, the woman in the as part of the couple, she was into fundraising for different charities and things like that. And I'm not sure what her husband did exactly, but they were that was what a lot of those about. Most of the photos on here are of the wife. And so we're going to take a look here and I'll show you some. These were kind of stuff in here. I don't think they really belong, but I just found them in here. And this is her here with her son. And I guess this is probably her husband over here. You don't see him in these photos very often, but there's that one. And I guess she was involved in dance when she was quite young. That's kind of cool. It looks like she's like dancing around in a sundress or something like that. Or maybe she's like a Greek, ancient Greek kind of dance that was popular, at one time. And then here's like a professional photo done of her. Her name was Ruth. See, is there anything on the back? Nothing on the back there. So a lot of photos of her. And then it jumps into this. This is her older with her son right here. And there's Ruth. And where did I get these from? You might be asking. I bought if you look at some of my videos I posted not too long ago, there's ones from a abandoned storage locker that had a lot of books and things in it. And uh, all these we tried to find the family to give this stuff back to them, but they were unfindable. We tried um, quite a bit. The storage manager and myself, we tried to find out if we could contact them, and I tried emailing, and no one responded. So I think I'm just going to probably end up trying to sell this on eBay. But I don't want to remove the photos necessarily from the album, because the photos say what's going on there. Like this one here, it says trip to Virginia 1951. And you can see there's Ruth and her son. And then, hey, Mr. Schnickel, Mr. Schnickel. And then here's more kind of similar photos. Maybe I could do is maybe I can zoom this, bring this down a little bit for you. I'm usually used to putting things in here that are a little bit larger than this. There we go. Now you can kind of see a little bit better what's going on. This one says trip to Philadelphia, and I'm ATC. I imagine it's Atlantic City. Yeah, they're on the boardwalk there. They decided to go in the wintertime, which I thought was interesting. All right. And then there's Traymore. It says, I don't know anything about Atlantic City or New Jersey. So, and here they are out relaxing outside near the ocean. Looks like they have an oceanfront hotel they're staying at. And there's an old Woolworth over here. Oh, you love New Jersey? All right. Yeah, it takes me a while. I have to look over at my screen. It's kind of a little bit further away from me, so I'm sorry it takes me a while to read your responses. You live in New Jersey, actually. Oh, well, maybe you can help me out here with some of this stuff. Like I don't know if that was New Jersey or not. This photo here, it says Traymore. I don't know if that's in New Jersey or not. There's a Woolworth. That was all over the country. And then you can see that she had a nice fur coat on there. They were dressed very nicely. So these people were some, pretty wealthy. They had means to do all this stuff. He's holding, this is I don't know if you can see this camera here, but Their son is holding, this is called a Kodak Brownie camera. Yes, I've sold many of those on eBay in the past. Oh, you don't know New Jersey that much, though. Oh, that's sorry. Well, anything you might know would be helpful because I've been trying to piece all this together, so I can kind of understand it. This is the first American flag at the house of Betsy Ross. Interesting, yeah. Here's the Lincoln Memorial. Everyone has pictures. So obviously they're in Washington, 1952 in Washington. The Smithsonian Institute. There's the Capitol way in the back, way across. They took that. They really got that from afar. Here's a picture of the Jefferson Memorial. And these are not labeled. I can't read what that says. Yeah, they didn't label these here. I don't know if this is in Washington or not. Maybe it's in Virginia. Here is. Oh, I got the okay. My sound is working. Well, they're in a museum here. I don't know. It doesn't look like the Smithsonian, but it's a museum. Oh, here's a closer shot of the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Here's inside the Lincoln Memorial. I'm sure most of you have probably seen what that looks like. Here's some glamour shots, I guess, of them by the water. I don't know who this guy is. So here says Ocean Grove, 4th year, 1953. So I don't know if that could be her there. It's hard to say. The pictures are not always the best quality. And they used to put them in here without, like they didn't want to use sticky tape or anything like that. So you would buy these little corners, basically. I think that's what they would call them, corners. You'd glue those in place, and then you could just tuck your photos right in there. Not a bad system. Well, you can play skee ball there. That is a pool. It doesn't say where this is. I imagine that they're on vacation still here. Here's one person. I don't know if I looked at the back. I don't know if they have their names on. Sometimes people write the names on the back of who they are. Of course, I wouldn't know who they are anyway. Yeah, no such luck there. Maybe they'd have like a location or something. And there is, I believe, Ruth again. It says, we all love the Sanderling. That must be the hotel that they're staying at. And they're on the beach somewhere. Maybe New Jersey. Maybe not. More vacation photos by the ocean. All right, there's some blanks. So some of the photos must have fallen out there. This is Ocean Grove. Their 5th year at Ocean Grove. Now, I'll have to look up where Ocean Grove is. But I'll bet it's pretty close to New York. Maybe it's in New York. It's a blurry picture. The Columbia Hotel. Yeah, they just took a couple of candid shots there. Oh, that'd be nice to see. The Shoemaker and Elves, the Brick Church Fair. They belong to this church in New York called the Brick Church, because there's other stuff there about that. And this is Ocean Grove, their 6th year going there, with some new people. No, these people, I don't know them. I buy abandoned storage lockers. That's not the only place I buy and sell stuff on eBay. And I bought an abandoned storage locker that was full of all kinds of different things, lots of vintage books. And this family's scrapbook and photo albums are all in there. And so I actually were able to, yeah, it is kind of cool. I enjoyed learning about this kind of thing, and and kind of piecing together who am I looking at. Like I said, I tried to find these people to give this stuff back to them, but they either didn't want it, didn't respond, or I didn't have a good email address. I wasn't sure what to do. So, but this is their family photos, and vintage photos do sell on eBay. I've sold most of their other ones too. I still have this book left, but I wanted to leave this one in the pages. I could just remove all the photos, but it tells you where it is and what year the photo was taken. So I thought that would be useful to somebody else. And here's some pictures of the harbor. Oh, a train going across the trestle there, or the bridge. I don't know what you call that one there. And this, I don't know. This looks like an awards board or something. They got a bunch of awards for something. More harbor pictures. Someone had a good day fishing. Nice catch. Wow, I mean that's a huge number of bass. And does it say also the yacht basin at Brielle? That's what it says up here. I didn't see that before. I'm sure if you're watching, you probably saw that before I did. Let's see. This is Hurricane Dolly. Oh, pictures of a hurricane. Well, the pictures, I guess, of the effects of the hurricane on the shoreline. So I guess they got unlucky for vacationing during a hurricane. Yep, there's the pool. Oh, they tried to do some interesting sand art there. Don't know who they are. Don't know where they're at. Unless it's just still the same. She didn't, the same pictures. So they still must be in the same location. Yeah, there's the Columbia Hotel again. And I just kind of briefly looked at some, the bridge is up there. Briefly looked, and there's some really cool pictures of some old cars in here too. The trip back from Ocean Grove, 1955. And I'm wondering, they weren't on a boat. These look like these shots may have been taken from a boat. Oh, you like sandcastles? Yeah, I have to admire that. That is a difficult medium to work with because we got nothing to really stick together but some water and just surface tension, I guess, of the sand. Radio City Building near Rockefeller Center on Fifth Avenue. Wow, there's Statue of Liberty. Cathedral near Wall Street. Oh, here's the cars. I thought this was pretty cool. This looks, I think this is a Buick because I can't really tell what car. I guess I could put it through Google Lens and maybe it'll tell us what car that is. But on the other hand, it might not tell us what car that is. Or give us the wrong car. You can't necessarily get the best results, but let's just see. This is, here it's a 1946 Plymouth Special. I would say that this is no, that says a Plymouth. This says Buick on it, so that's not working. Okay, there's a Buick. That's saying a vintage 1970 brown Buick. That is not a 1970 Buick. So, well, at least we got the right make of the car. It's a Buick. And I'm guessing that it's probably a early 50s Buick, perhaps, just by the style of it. Oh, yeah, that's about as much patience I have for sandcastles. Just make a hole in the ground, make a moat. Oh, and here's airplane. They are on, it looks like AWI. I mean, they're on a prop plane too. So this says Central Park 1953. This is 55. So I don't know if this is also 55 or 53, but it's around the same time. Here's some pictures of Central Park back in the day. Nice squirrel there. Uh, oh, oh, space, the OG space. All right. Hey, thanks for subscribing too. I appreciate that. Have to get. Well. My goal is to get up to 500. You know, 500 is a magic number. I hear. This is May 1955. Let's see what it is. Well, that's her son. That could be her husband there. His name was Charles, I believe, or the son's name was Charles. Someone's name is Charles. This is Ruth here and her son, September 55. So that was what, 59 years ago? Or no, 69 years ago? Oh, Central Park Zoo with some very blurry animals. Let's see. Oh, well, yeah, I know. I have to thank Rob later on. Yep, he's my son. I think it's a lot better colorer than I am, though, or whatever he does. And the Wheel of Misfortune, that's actually my wheel. He's just borrowing it. Yep, there's more animals from the Central Park Zoo. Zebra. Easter Sunday, 1956. So we're moving up here, approaching the 1960s maybe. Trip to Canada and Albany, New York. Okay. 1956. What was going on there? The only thing I would know would be Niagara Falls. Picture taken at the LaCroix Motel outside of Albany. Oh, so they're still in Albany here. He's looking a little uncomfortable in that picture. Like, Mom, what are you doing? Yeah, let's see. Maybe this is Central Park. They're not. I was looking for Canada. The Kensico Dam. I didn't see anything on Canada though. It said that the trip to Canada and Albany, New York. So perhaps some of these are from Canada. That could be it. And then this one is outside Albany. So maybe these are Canada and these are Albany. And, I kind of like it when people take pictures of, their family and things, because you go on a trip, you can take a million pictures of like landmarks and stuff, but it's the people that you're with. That's the important thing. This is Riverside Drive. What's that about Canada? Canada has the best chips. Oh, yes. Like the poutine. Yeah, I live near Detroit, and it's only about 20 minutes to Canada from my house. You just go down the freeway, you get off at you take the Lodge Freeway from here, and you're in Canada. You take a tunnel, or you can take the bridge. It says yeah, chips. I was thinking chips like French fries. Camp Cedar Isles, summer 1958. I mean, just look at what was going on in the streets then, That is cool. I wish some of them were in better focus though, but this is a cool shot right here. Avenue of the Americas, one way. Back at this time, I'd heard that the street signs, like stop signs and yield signs and one-way signs, there was no one standard for them all. But in the 1970s, there was an international group that got together and say, we're going to make all the signs these colors, like red will always be stop, yellow would be yield, and hazards would be yellow and things like that. So this one here says Mercury, this truck. Well, do we want to see what it says? Oh yeah, family in Detroit, huh? In the city of Detroit, or just nearby? I live near Detroit. I live next to Detroit in Dearborn. let's see. Let me try and I'm going to try and zoom in on this here. So humor me for a second. I'm interested to find out what this Mercury truck is. All right, it's Mercury, blurry. Oh wait, there maybe I can see it. No. Oh wait, Mercury. Something about service. I don't know. Maybe they performed some kind of a service, rug cleaning. I don't know what they did. Who knows? Hey. All right. Well, I do like that you have family near Detroit. Okay, I think that's all of it there. That's all of that one. But we have time for another one if you want to see a second one. This one would be a scrapbook. I have many scrapbooks from this family. And this woman here, Ruth, she was really into fundraising. She would do charity fundraisers. She even wrote a book about it. And there was two copies of her book in that storage locker. And I think I may have kept one, but I don't know that there was any value. I mean, I tried looking up to see, you know, what value might have. It really didn't have any value, so not much I could really do with it. All right. Let's see what this one here is. Oh, this one is pretty messed up though. The cover's a wreck. The cover's is it missing or underneath there? I think it's missing. The cover's missing. And what they would do is these here you could unscrew them and take the two screws out, and you could insert more pages in there and screw it back together. And that's kind of what they did here. But this is all socialite stuff. Before there was social media, I'm going to move up the camera just a little bit. Before there was social media, like on computers and that kind of thing, people would get their names in these publications. And these are probably New York, I imagine, because they're from New York. And I'll be damned if she is not like in every one. Well, of course, why would you keep if you weren't in them? But like here she is down here. In one of these, there's actually a telegram from Robert Kennedy, the senator, not the crazy guy now, but the one from, his father was in there, Robert Kennedy Sr. So this is really cool. It's always fun to see the old ads in these too. Like here's one for Elizabeth Arden. I guess that company's still around. I don't really know. This is the Plaza Directory of Service, FTD, half a sixpence, a bonanza, beguiling, delightful musical at the Broadhurst Theater, west of Broadway. Here's one with Henry Fonda in it. Just all kinds of cool stuff in these here. Here's artwork, fashion, just a little bit of everything. But anyway, I'll try and put this back together more or less how I found it, not destroying it all. Oh yeah, well we've tried to do that, but we tried going live together. I didn't really have a big purpose there exactly, but we have done live whatnot auctions together, and that was a lot of fun because we were able to talk about the stuff that we were trying to sell, and that's always fun. Okay, there's a lot of thank you notes in here. Dear Ruth, your performance at the Plaza today was beautiful. On behalf of all of us at the Rainbow Room, our sincerest thanks. I don't know what she's performing. Maybe she was singing. I don't know. All right. Let's see. This is the Carnival of Fragrance. Sorry, something turn on my Siri. Stop it. Okay. The Fragrance Foundation presents the Spring Carnival of Fragrance for the benefit of the Kidney Foundation of New York. So this was another fundraising venture, and I bet if you would look in here, you would probably find Ruth Still's name in here somewhere. I'm not going to sit here and bore everybody with that. Let's just see if there's anything fun to look at. Up here's some ads. People would buy ads in these things. Oh, here's what was for dinner. There was, let's see if we can move this over so you can see a little better. Yeah, Dad. You're Rob's son. No, Rob's my son. All right. So at this event, which was, doesn't say the date right here. It's probably in here somewhere. But they were going to have Supreme of fresh melon balls, printemps. Don't know what that means. I should ask my wife. She speaks French. Hearts of white celery, radish flowers, jumbo ripe and green olives, sliced fillet of boeuf chasseur. Well, boeuf I know is the word for beef. So it's sliced beef with mushroom sauce, rice croquettes, asparagus polonaise, glace fragrance, cherry sauce, petit fours. That's like a dessert. Mixed colored mints. They even put mints on the menu. Why is there mints on the menu? Here. And demi-tasse. Demi-tasse means a half cup, like a small cup of coffee, like a Turkish coffee or something like that. These don't look like Turkish coffee kind of people, but they'd be served in like those little tiny cups. So there's more stuff about Fragrance Ball. I imagine they're going to be selling perfume here. Not really my cup of tea. There's more thank you notes. There's something for Easter seals, the Island Research Foundation. I mean, these people were really well connected in this whole charity fundraising thing. There's some handwritten notes. I've not looked at any of these before. So this is from G. St. John Simpson of New York. I don't know who these people are. Just so you know, I love you. And Marilyn David. That's nice. Thank you very much for the lovely cocktail party and the bus ride. We enjoyed it tremendously. I'm waiting for somebody really. Oh, here's I found the thing from Robert F. Kennedy. And here's a Western Union telegram from Robert F. Kennedy to Mrs. H. Donald Sills. Her husband's name, I guess, was Donald, not Charles. Charles was the son, so his name was Donald. But they always would go by Mrs., the husband's name. So let's see if I can move this over. Or just do this a bit. Here we go. It says, let's see, at the address. So, greetings to all present this evening at the Spring Carnival of, we're still in the Carnival of Fragrance. Being held in behalf of the Kidney Foundation of New York, I have long admired the Kidney Foundation's work in support of kidney treatment and research. Now, you find this interesting. An outstanding example of your efforts is the new dialysis center at the Downstate Medical Center in Brooklyn, where important work on artificial kidneys is being done. My best wishes for an enjoyable evening and for the continued success of the foundation, Robert F. Kennedy. Now, I looked, and this was April 22nd, 1966. So if you wanted to get a message to someone quickly, you would send a telegram, and it would be typed up at one end and received at the other end of it, probably through a phone line or something like that. And the machine would type it out, and then someone would hand deliver it to them. So that was the fastest way to get a message other than just calling them. There's no texting, none of that kind of nonsense. And there's more stuff from the Kidney Foundation. Spanish Fiera planned in the park. So it's from May 1966. It's the Park Avenue Social Review. So you wanted to get your name in there. So you could be fancy. Oh, there's more stuff in there. Oh, it's the same one. Oh, she clipped where her name shows up, so you could open it right up to that part. All right, and here's a Fair and Seville costume gala. Tavern on the Green to benefit the national chapter of the Thomas A. Dooley Foundation. I don't know if that they do. And then here is another Western Union telegram from Mrs. John Hay Whitney. I don't know who that would be. Fancy is not my thing. Oh, I got a great show. Oh, great son. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, we're going to keep them. All right. Presbytery of New York. Installation of the minister-elect Frederick S. Waltz, Reverend Frederick S. Waltz. She got to meet His Majesty King Peter II of Yugoslavia and the Royal Fund of St. Andrew. Oh, interesting. So she's met royalty. More thank you notes. These pages are really, really stiff. They've been glued or something. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, here's about the debutantes. I don't understand debutante. I know what they are. I just don't get it. You know, why would you want to do this? But anyway. All right, we're getting into 31 minutes here, so I'll try and pick up the pace a little bit. International Debutante Ball. Oh, there's Mrs. Sills right there. So this is like almost like a resume of her stuff. And I get why you want to keep, things like this for yourself too and all that. But it almost seems like she's kind of almost like building a resume kind of a thing. Debutantes are presented at the dance. Let's see. Don't know any of those people. 9 debutantes presented to society. I think that as the whole idea is that I'm available. Come and marry me. I don't really know. The Social Spectator from 1966. So she must have appeared in that as well. Mrs. John F. Kennedy, honorary chairman. Invite you to subscribe to a salute to the American Ballet Theater. Oh, Mrs. John F. Kennedy, Jackie O. Oh, it says honorary committee. Oh, okay. They didn't really do anything. They just got their name in there. Yeah. Oscar Hammerstein II. Yeah, these Richard Rogers. Yeah, there's some big names at the time there in music. Bill Blass, the designer. Yeah, so I don't really know. I don't really know. I don't think they were involved with it, but their name was in there. Return to Elegance Gala. It was a pleasure to meet with you yesterday. There's all sorts of kinds of the Paderewski Foundation. They have a scholarship or a fundraiser. How to run 6 New York benefits. So she was in the newspapers in the New York Times from 1966. And so she was a well-connected individual. She really had a way of getting resources together and everything. So very cool. There's a news release. There's another Western Union. This is from Ruth Sills. Lionel F. Struss Jr. More thank you notes and articles. Splendid World of Stafford White. There she is again, right there. 59 to be presented at the International. Man, she liked the debutante balls. Wow. The Korea Society. This is called a note-ogram. I've never heard of a note-ogram. That looks like someone would write a note, the carbon paper or something, and give it to you. I guess that's what's going on there. I don't really know. Here's another thank you note from the Korea Society, thanking her for doing that. Community Service Society. There are a lot of thank yous in here, which I'm kind of guessing that most of these are. Here is the world premiere of a show called Sand Pebbles, starring Steve McQueen. Oh, I know who it is. Richard Attenborough. Richard Crenna. Candice Bergen. Oh, Candice Bergen. I'm trying to read sideways. Oh, wow. Well, that is pretty cool. That is glued in there, though. I'd have to like take an iron and try to remove it like that. That is pretty cool. It's on Broadway and 49th Street. I'll be darned. And she's in row A. She's right at the front there. Seat 112. That is pretty cool. I'll have to look that up later. There's more thank you notes, some more articles about her. She's in the spotlight, people's pictures and places. She's the Waldorf Astoria. And I don't know who these people are here other than her. I know her just because I've got all of her stuff. Bachelor's brunch. So it's almost like being a matchmaker kind of a thing. Tribute to Korea Super Bowl. Purposeful people. New York Hilton happenings. Let's see who signed this letter. Tony Shoecraft. I don't know who Tony Shoecraft is. Yep, and then there's more articles and things like that. Let's see if there's any cool pictures back here. Like I said, I have not looked through this one. There's more information. This is the 1966 International Debutante Ball, and this is the whole program that was going on that day. This looks Willow and Reed Incorporated. No, it's nice. Mid-century furniture. Oh, here's some photos. Let's see what these photos are all about. Oh, he closed his eyes. Let's see who it is. Please credit Darlene Studio, the Plaza. Well, I don't know who that guy is. He blinked at the wrong time, though. And here's some more people. I mean, these could be famous people. I just don't know who they are. There's a picture of Ruth again. And here is, don't know who they are. They could be famous. And then there's another article here. Photo from the New York Times. Oh, this is from the Lunar Orbiter. Well, 1966. So this is before the moon landing. So I guess they had to go and kind of scout it out, and take pictures of the moon so they could have an idea of where to land the darn thing, because you want to land on a bunch of rocks. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, everybody. I do have more of these, and I will put out some videos regarding that. But if you have any ideas for me of things that you'd like to see, just let me know. Put in comments. I always enjoy reading your comments. They're always a lot of fun, even in the live and in the comments below. But anyway, thanks for watching. And if you like this kind of thing, please subscribe. I appreciate it. I'm working my way up to 500 subscribers. I got I'm getting there. I really could use your support. And thanks for watching.